So I want you to talk me through how you're doing it now.
I'm trying to find the stability points in each one so they balance on each other. That's what I'm trying to do. But the problem is that I'm not giving it time. I'm in a hurry. So finding stability points in things in a hurry generally doesn't work out so well. So once you find the stability point and you play around with it, then it will go into place. If you're careful, lucky, patient. Obviously, I'm not that tonight.
And once you found the stability point, you shore it up with a couple of pebbles?
If it needs it. So like that, destabilizes it. And it's not going to be stable because it could tip at any moment if we go this way. So it's finding the right rocks to stabilize it in the opposite direction so the weight, when it decides to shift, should you add another rock or move that one farther forward, will stay.
So how many attempts has this been so far?
I don't know, is it 5? 4? Who knows? Sometimes it becomes obsessive. Sometimes I could just sit out here with a little piece of something and just do this all day. Don't ask me why, but it's frustrating, yet it's calming.
So where's the meditative practice come from?
I don't understand the question.
So it's meditative in its nature. Explain it to me. What makes this a meditation?
Because because you have to center the rocks and you have to be centered yourself. If you're rushing it or you get impatient, you just knock the whole thing over and quit. It's the same thing when your mind starts to wander and you start to drift and all your issues come to you. Then you give up. You stop sitting. It's like, I can't do this anymore. So I guess the more you're patient with yourself, the more you're patient with the rocks, you find your own balance point, then I guess anything becomes a meditative practice. But you have to give it time. Seldom do we give ourselves time. It's like, oh, I'm in a rush. It's late. I want to go home.
And so you're doing this tonight because?
Because I want to, one, selfishly, I want to find balance and I want to make this work. And two, it makes me in a better place, generally speaking.
Aren't you using it tomorrow?
Yeah. Well, if it's still standing, if it's not, I'll just say, hey, this is part of the practice.
So what are you going to tell them to do tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'm going to tell them to go collect rocks, big, small, whatever you want. You're going to find their stability point. You're going to use it as you would your mind. Ouch. And sometimes you're going to give up on the idea that it needs to be giant and big and tall, and you're going to be satisfied with just making a small one. Because sometimes life isn't about all those big accomplishments and making things giant. As much as we would all like to have a big, giant contribution to something. What are you doing? There. That, I think, is reasonably stable.
You happy?
I'm in a better place, funnily enough.
You're centered?
I'm a little more centered. So that'll be a challenge for somebody tomorrow. So tomorrow's practice will be to make these. It was good.